Families there are counting the cost of deadly storms, particularly in the Tambo region, with 2 lives lost, scores of people left homeless. Torrential rains, strong winds and lightning have flattened homes, wiped out livestock and forced desperate families to seek temporary shelter. Now, Tambo's disaster teams continue to monitor several municipalities while anticipating further damage in the coming days. Newzroom Africa's Liyema Vumisa joins us now for more on the story. Liyema, give us a sense, really, when we say scores more people impacted by this weather disaster in that particular part of the Eastern Cape. How many people are we talking?
Absolutely, Michelle. Well, we understand it's over 260 households in the Tambo region that have been affected following those severe weather conditions, which started from last week, about Thursday into Friday, and also into the weekend then, thus leaving about 160 in total families that were displaced and homeless, of course, having to seek shelter from their relatives and their friends. This is, of course, to the Tambo district, that has since activated its disaster management center to, of course, coordinate their response as far as that destruction is concerned. Amongst the various things that have been damaged then, Michelle, we understand that bridges, certain roads, infrastructure, if you will, are some of the things that have been affected, alongside the homes and really the households that were impacted. We understand then that, unfortunately, as a result of that, about 2 fatalities were confirmed. One is an 18-year-old girl from the Lusikisiki region under Ingquza Hill local municipality, and the other one is from Ward 28 here in the King Sabata Dalindyebo municipality. Where you find us right now is, in fact, at the Nyandeni local municipality, where we understand then that just as those weather conditions were scattered around various municipalities in and around the Tambo region, this municipality as well was affected, leaving many people homeless, some having to seek shelter, of course, from their relatives. We also understand then that ever since that destruction occurred over the weekend, we understand that the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Department, is led by the MSc, Williams, did in fact indicate that there are potential damages that could still, be anticipated for the next coming days. We also understand then that from last night right up until today in the afternoon, going into the evening, we were told that the weather level that was issued was level 6 orange, indicating really the severity of those damaging winds, those rainfalls, and also some of the very destructive weather conditions that are still anticipated to occur in and around the Tambo region. But what we are told from the district itself is that they've since tried then to have more boots on the ground to try and assess really the impact on certain households as they continue to collate all of that information as far as those families that were affected are concerned. But of course, having to afford that humanitarian aid to those homeless and to those that are still seeking shelter at this very same moment. The assistance would range from your food items, your blankets, your clothes, and really some of any other assistance that they can be able to, scramble for those displaced people. Well, I can tell you for sure, I too witnessed that very severe weather, and especially when it comes to the lightning, Michelle, we were also told that about 11 cattle were affected as a result of those thunderstorms and the lightning in and around the region of Port St. John's local municipality, thus, of course, even affecting, some of the livelihoods of those very same individuals that would be your farmers in that case. But the municipality and the district maintaining, of course, that they have already dispatched more boots on the ground. Let's have a listen to what the executive mayor then, Councillor Ngondwana, had to say.
As the Tambo district municipality, we are saddened by the disasters that have struck various communities within our area. We've put our teams on ground to determine the extent and the exact resources required to provide assistance. We're engaging with national and provincial government for assistance. We convey words of condolence to families that have been affected by this, and we commit to be with them throughout this ordeal.
Of course, those families continue to live in fear as the anticipation builds up for this particular week as far as those severe weather conditions are concerned. But the assurance from the district is that they have more boots on the ground and that, in fact, they are going to be bringing along some of the national departments to assist.
I imagine that those departments will also be on high alert because the weather says that more damaging rains are expected in the coming days. Liyema, thanks for that update.